Welcome students again in video lecture series of computer studies for class 5. This is the first lecture for the second chapter computer software, and in this video we are going to cover introduction to softwares, operating system and utility programs. So now let us start our first topic. So before moving to softwares, let us understand again about computer system. So here computer is considered as computer system because a computer consists of several devices which work in coordination to form a computer system. So a computer system has three blocks: hardware. Hardware is your all physical and tangible components in the computer. So you can say all those devices which can be touched or which can be operated are your hardware. For example, keyboard, mouse, monitor, hard disk, etc. Next, your software. So software is set of programs which can perform a number of operations in computer. So with help of software, we give instruction to computer to perform any operation. For example, MS Office, Chrome, Quickhill, etc. And the third important component of computer system is your user. So user is one who operates the computer. So we humans are generally user of the computer system. So now let us move to our first topic of this chapter, types of software. So as I have told just before that a software is set of program. So what is program? Program is your set of instruction. So by writing one or more lines of instruction, we can create a program, and that program is capable of doing some limited operations. And collection of that types of program makes a software. So a software is able to perform a large number of operations. So there are two types of software. The first one is your application software and the second one is your system software. So let us study about application software. So application software you can see are those softwares which are job oriented. So here job oriented means whatever the job we want to do using our computer, then that job needs a software for that. For example, if we want to paint or create drawing, then we need a painting software like MS Paint. If we want to create a text document in well formatted way, then we need MS Word. If we want to browse internet web pages or use any internet service, then we need a web browser like Chrome. So these are the some jobs which we do regularly in computer. So in computer we have certain software for these jobs, and all those softwares are categorized into application software. Further, application software can be your general purpose softwares. So general purpose softwares means those softwares which can be used by any user for his her daily life work, just like in office application, calculation, or data entry. So these type of softwares are used by general users. And there is another type of application software that is your customized software. So customized means developing software for a particular user. For example, uh, for operations in bank or in air traffic control system, railway system, there your customized software for that case. So if a general user finds a software of bank or air traffic control, then that software is of no use for that particular user. It is only used with it can be only used within a certain domain or company, you can say. So these are your customized softwares. Now come to our next type of software, that is your system software. So system softwares are needed for running all hardware's language translation and controlling every activity of the computer. So you can say system softwares are responsible for proper functioning of the computer or every hardware. For example, you can see operating system, language translators, device drivers, utility softwares. So these softwares are your system softwares, and these softwares are needed for proper functioning of the computer. Now move to our next topic, that is your operating system. So operating system is a system software which provides interface to user. So what is here interface? So interface here means uh, how to interact with the computer. So a user can interact to a computer by using several means like using keyboard, mouse, even touching the screen. So operating system provides here a method, or the proper word here is your interface to user to interact with the computer. So you can say user gives command to the operating system, and operating system then command the all hardwares of the computer. Now the functions of operating system. So you can see there are four major functions of an operating system. First is your device management. So device management means controlling and managing all connected hardwares of the computer. Next is your storage management. Your storage management means keeping track of all data stored in different storage devices. So whenever we create a new file or save a new file or delete a file, then that is your storage management, and that operation is controlled and managed by the operating system. The third function here is provides platform to application software. Yes, operating system always provides a platform for application softwares. You can visualize this by understanding this simple example. When there is Android operating system in your smartphone, then you are able to install any software or application from the Google Play Store. So this is the case for computers also, where we need an operating system like Windows, then we can install any other application software in our computer. So we can say the platform for application softwares is provided by the operating system. The last function you can see here is manages system security. So here system security means all about unauthorized access to the computer. So operating system present in a computer prevents any kind of unauthorized access to the computer and its various data storage devices. So this is the function of operating system, where operating system manages system security. That means protecting all its hardwares and data from any kind of unauthorized access. Uh, Examples of operating system you can see: Windows operating system, uh, Mac operating system, Android, Linux, and so many others are also there. Now, our next topic is types of operating system. So you can see the first type is your single user OS. So as the name suggests, this type of operating system supports only one user at a time. It means only one user can operate that particular computer which has single user OS. For example, Windows 95, MS-DOS, etc. Next is your multi-user OS. So you can see here multi-word representing multiple users can work at a time in this type of operating system. For example, you can see N computing system employing Windows 7, 8 and 10 in a computer. So here in N computing system, there is only one computer having single CPU is there, and 5 or 10 clients, here clients means other users, can get connected to the same operating system and the same hardware. So you can say it is a multi-user operating system. And the last one is your multitasking operating system. Your multitasking means your operating system is able to handle two or more than two running programs at a time. It means you can create document in MS Word by listening music in background. At the same time, you can also search any data from Google by using your any web browser software like Chrome. So you can see in this example, you can use Google Chrome, MS Word, and Windows Media Player simultaneously. So this is a type of multitasking operating system. Now the last topic in this video is utility programs. So utility programs actually comes under the system software, and these system softwares are used to improve the performance and operations of an operating system. So actually these are software tools for enhancing the performance of our operating system. Some of these tools are like your backup utility. So this utility software can be used for taking backup of our important data, and after taking backup we can restore that data whenever we need this. The second is your antivirus. It is a very common software, you all know about this. Antivirus softwares are used to scan storage devices for any kind of computer viruses. Next is your data compression. So data compression tools are used to compress. So here compress means reducing size of the original file. So you can use data compression tools for reducing the size of a file. For example, you can use WinZip or WinRAR applications. And next is your file managers. So file manager is quite common in every smartphone, from where you can access any file stored in your smartphone. So file manager is also there in your computer, where you can access the file manager using Windows Explorer. So using Windows Explorer, you can access any file present in the computer. So students, that's all for this video. I hope you are understanding. Thank you.